Speaker Judi Won Pat is back on island, and she's not in support of Resolution 181.
Well, it's unfortunate, of course, that, it came to that.
The resolution, as we reported, was introduced by the 9 senators who weren't happy operating under what they believe were jungle rules during the most recent session showdown. Several senators felt some of their colleagues were attempting to manipulate the rules and procedures to suppress discussion on Bill 20.
This is an embarrassment.
Bill 20, as we reported, was eventually added into Bill 19 and passed unanimously by all 15 senators. But after session ended, the same 9 senators introduced Resolution 181. The measure would change the legislature's standing rules that would allow by majority vote or 8 senators to vote to remove the speaker, the vice speaker, the legislative secretary, or any standing committee chairperson, and 8 votes to remove any legislative attaché. Currently, the only way the legislature's leadership or attachés can be removed is through 8 votes from members from the Committee on Rules. Speaker Won Pat says what's happening is several Democrats and Republicans have formed a coalition or a new majority.
What it would aim to do is that it would mean that at any time, when there is dissatisfaction, they can constantly change the presiding officer, constantly change the chairperson of the committee, constantly change any one of the officers or attachés. So it could mean that it could happen any time, and it could be any 8 any time. So it's not a coalition is only as good as them sticking together to the very end, if that's the intent. But it could change, that maybe depending on an issue, you might get another 8 or whatever the numbers are. And that would not then provide any form of stability, any form of decorum.
Won Pat adds she's not in support of the resolution and feels it is unnecessary.
I've always tried to, and I really work very hard at trying to provide, maintain decorum, to be consistent with my colleagues, always respecting, yes, the majority, but at the same time protecting the rights of the minority as well. And I've been very fair in terms of my ruling, and I try to make sure my ruling is always based on Mason's rules, standing rules. It's never based on my personal opinion or my personal stand on an issue.